Good morning. It is Friday, July the 10th, 2020, and my name is Mary Weber. I'm known as Travel Guru Girl, and I am your travel innovator and navigator during this difficult time of travel. So today I'm with you, and I wanted to discuss some of the things that can be confusing and challenging for people right now about what's happening for us in travel. So when I'm talking about exactly what's been happening today, what's effective today. So as travel professionals, we get information from our suppliers on a daily basis. And so we have the most up-to-date information for our travelers. A lot of this information is not directly available to you on the internet. So that's why it's really important to be working with a professional in this area. So what's happening here? So as an Albertan or as a Canadian, if you go to the Canada GC advisory, travel advisory website, you'll see that non-essential travel is not recommended at this time. That means nothing out of Canada. So until that changes, your travel plans, you should be thinking differently about your travel plans. So, and if you did happen to leave Canada and go somewhere, you would have to do a 14-day quarantine on your return back to Canada. So keep that in mind. But with that in mind also, you should know that yes, there are flights to the US, there are flights to Europe. So if you did choose to go, you would have to ask yourself, do I have insurance? Is it going to cover me for COVID? Is it safe where I'm going? What are the protocols in place where I'm going? What happens if I get COVID while I'm there? Those are all the questions that you should ask yourself. But the other one is that Canada isn't going to go and rescue you as they did in March and April, because they asked all Canadians to come home at that time. If you go, and you might be on your own, and there are a lot of things that you should consider about that. Anyways, good news is that as an Albertan, you can go anywhere from BC to the end of the borders of Quebec, no problem. If you want to go to Nova Scotia, you would have to have a 14-day quarantine there first, and then you're allowed to travel around there. You can go from Calgary to Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Atlanta. You can go from Toronto and Vancouver to Europe if you so wish. So those are open. Mexico is available as well. And Caribbean islands, various Caribbean islands are opening up as well. If you're considering a all-inclusive, I would look into later fall and winter for sure. And some of them have different guidelines on arrival or things that you have to do before you go. So those are things that you should be checking with a travel professional on as well. So most recently, there was a survey done of 3,000 travelers of various age groups, and they were asked whether they were ready to travel right now. So 49% said no, and 42% said yes. Of the 42% that said they were willing to go right now, 82% of those were under 25, and they were ready to go right now, just about anywhere. Then the next group was 62%, and they were up to age 55, and they were, 62% of that 42% were ready to travel, and only 36% of 56 to 76 were really willing to travel right now. So where would they be willing to go? Most 70% said that they would be interested in either day trips or places in their area. For us here in Alberta, that would be like Jasper, Banff, camping in various campsites throughout Alberta and BC. So those are the things that are coming up most frequently, that's the kind of trips that people would be doing. And 26% said they were ready to travel internationally, and most of that age group was under 25. So anyways, that gives you an idea. So from that grouping also, they were asked what would make them comfortable about traveling in the future. First thing was more lenient cancellation policies. And certainly tour companies, airlines, all of them, they're all trying to do their best to come up with more lenient plans for people. They want to encourage you to book. And let's say something happens again. they're giving you a lot better lenient policies for cancellation and rebooking. So yes, you can be assured that they're doing that for sure. Another thing that people are worried about is the vaccine. So older travelers are worried, may not travel until after there's a vaccine. People are worried about cleaning protocols. So there is government protocols in effect, and the airlines, the hotels, the tour companies, they're all following that. They're trying to do the distancing, the cleaning protocols, etc. So you can be rest assured that they all are working on all those different protocols, because they want you to come back and travel, but they will also want you to be safe. So distancing, a good example for me was a recent trip to Banff. We ate outdoors. The tables were nicely distanced, and the waiters and waitresses were wearing masks. So we felt very safe eating out there. And lastly, contactless check-ins. So whether it's a hotel or your airline, that sort of thing, the less contact, the better, the less touching of surfaces. And most companies are adapting very well to that sort of thing, because they want to keep you safe, but they also want to keep their employees safe as well. So those are the kinds of things that are happening right now. So, but I want to encourage you to start looking and thinking about booking for certainly for 2021, and use the internet to do some research about places that you want to go, and then work with your travel professional to make that happen. Dreaming doesn't stop. We still want to travel. Like for me, being an avid traveler and also planner for people, I really miss it. I can't wait to go again. And I'm encouraging people to start thinking about where they want to go. If you're traveling or want to do a bucket list trip, then you need more time for that planning anyways. So let's get working on that right away, because it might be a year or two before you actually go on that trip, and it does take quite a bit of planning to get that out the door. So with that in mind, I have some pictures so that you can keep on dreaming. So how about Machu Picchu? Most people like Peru, so think about that place. How about Kenya? That was one of my favorite places. Here's a sunset in Kenya, and thinking about the big five there, or South Africa, both great destinations in Africa. One of my favorite trips was Angkor Wat in Cambodia and Siem Reap. So think about that location. Again, a beautiful, wonderful trip to combine with Vietnam. And how about a place like the Taj Mahal? So again, that one is on my bucket list. The rest of the places I've been to, so I can certainly help with any of those. So anyways, happy planning, happy dreaming, and I'll be back again soon to give you further updates on travel. So have a great day, and feel free to contact me at any time. 587-410-3765 or mweber@tpi.ca. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of your day.